Hi, you guys, all my inspirational tea sippers. This is Shantara, and I'm coming back to you guys with another video. Same makeup, same hair, same attire. I had a little bit of time, and I wanted to put out a couple of videos. So I pray that you guys are well, encouraged, feeling good, looking good, working on getting good, and all that good stuff. So want to jump right into this video, you guys. There has been a lot of things swarming around on the internet that has like caught my eye, caught my attention. I have like a little bit of say so about it. I wanted to put my 2 cents in to this whole Pastor Gray and Aventer thing. If you guys don't know, you can look it up, do your research, whatever. So I have something that I want to say. And what I want to say is I'm not even going to put a biblical aspect to it. I just want it to be normal, regular, straight up what it is. I'm not even going to add scripture to it. This is what I have to say. So Pastor Gray, you guys, he is the pastor of Relentless Church. You guys know that another pastor left this huge congregation over to him because he was transferred out to another church, and they turned over this church to Pastor Gray and his wife Aventer. So you guys, the first incident was, and this has all happened within the last month. So the first big incident that went viral was him coming on this show saying that his wife was bigger than him, and you know, he had to grow into his wife because he was a broken man, and there were a lot of things that he had to go through and just kind of get through to become this man who he is right now today. So, oh my goodness, this video went viral. All the other people were saying, we're tired of struggle love, and why is it that women always have to come and save a man? Why is it that we always have to be the ones to, you know, shelter and cater to and help rescue and pray for a man? How come a man doesn't already come you know, ready to go or fully mature, or, you know, I'm tired of this. This is not the love that, you know, that we're tired. Women are tired. We're done. We're exhausted. We're tired of trying to mold men into this wonderful man that he's supposed to be. We're fed up. We don't have any more energy. So this is all these comments like our grandmothers dealt with this stuff back in the days, and they had to deal with cheating men and cheating husbands, and, you know, our grandmothers dealt with you know, our grandparents who cheated and, you know, broken men, and they stayed for all these years, and that's not the way that, you know, I want my life to be, and that's not love, this, that, or the other, right? This is the whole viral situation. My 2 cents. I was sitting there thinking, while I was watching all this stuff, reading all the comments, I'm telling you, I went weak. Looking through, reading all the comments, watching the stuff going down on TV, and I'm thinking, if I had to cover a man who became this mighty man of God, if I had to cover a man who, you know, was over, he was sitting in for Joel Osteen, if I had to cover a man while he was going through his transformation, who continued to show growth and continued to grace people on the TV with ministry and testimony and clean comedy. And if I had to cover a man, what an honor is what I'm thinking. What an honor it would be to cover a man as such, someone who's growing and not just, you know, what an honor. What an honor to see your prayers answered. What an honor to see all your hard work paying off. What an honor to see the hand of God moving mightily in your marriage. So while everybody else is sitting here complaining, talking about what they wouldn't do and why they're tired of struggle love and this, that, or the let me tell you why you feel that way. You feel like you're tired of struggle love because you're too busy covering the wrong man. You're too busy praying over and praying for the man who is not showing any consistency. You're too busy covering and praying and hoping and wishing for a man who is continuously cheating on you. Nobody said you had to stay with a man who cheated. Even in the Bible, it tells you that's your way of escape. No one said that you had to deal with that. The problem is, women, we are too tired, myself included, because I've done it many, many years. Me included. I'm not just speaking on other women. I'm talking about me too. Covering men, staying with a cheater, staying with a dope dealer, staying with somebody who is not into church, staying with somebody who is not reading the Bible, steadily covering, steadily being with, steadily having sex with, steadily playing house to a man who's not showing you any consistency, a man who is cheating, a man whose actions does not speak louder than words. Yeah, it's exhausting, ladies. I too did the same thing. I too was there. Yeah, I was exhausted covering a man. I'm pretty sure Aventur is not perfect. I'm pretty sure she came with her broken pieces. I'm pretty sure that he covered her in certain areas. I'm pretty sure that. But the reason why we're so tired and we're so exhausted and we're tired of struggle love is because we're dealing with people who we have no business dealing with. We will not cut off the toxic relationships. We will not stop answering these text messages, these what you doing text messages. We will not stop laying, let's be honest, with these men who we know mean us no good. We will not stop, you allowing them to come in your house and live with you and play daddy, and you trying to show him who a wife is supposed to be, baby, when he's never going to see. Why are you wasting your time? I would be exhausted too. Yeah, that's struggle love. So you got a point. Ladies, you have a point. That's struggle love. But that's not what God intended. So while we so tired and what is wrong with praying for a man and covering for a man with his faults, who's growing, who's in the word? They were in church. They did not have sex before marriage. I'm just giving you some examples of, the history of what it is. Did I do the same thing? No, I did not. It took a while. So yes, I went through plenty of relationships, very promiscuous, trying to prove myself as a wife material to a man who I knew who wasn't cheating and all that. And I'm thinking I can be this and I can be that. You cannot change a man, my love. You can't. And we've done it too many times. So we're tired. We're tired. We're tired. So we have to stop. We have to stop. Struggle love is not supposed to be, yes, we go through ups and downs. We go through things. We deal with certain situations within our marriage. But I'm going to tell you one thing right now. If my husband stepped outside this marriage, I'm gone. I'm telling you that. We deal with our situations. We go through different things. Yes. But if he were to cheat and if I were to cheat, I know for a fact he would leave me. Gone. We don't have to deal with that on, I'm out. I'm not staying. And if we don't continue to grow and evolve, if we don't continue to seek the Lord, and if we don't continue to put him first, and if we don't continue to seek his face on how this marriage is supposed to grow and evolve, I'm out. I'm out. I don't care. That's just what it is. I'm not going to continue to waste my time because I've done it before. And this is a marriage. I'm not going to do it. There are a lot of people right now in struggle love relationships. You're in a struggle love marriage. You're dealing with your husband and he cheating. Get out. You're in a relationship and he ain't cheating, but he ain't showing you no type of nothing. He don't want to work on it. He's just there and you're supposed to be doing all the work, this, that, and this, that. Get out. Leave. Show them that you're serious. We have to stop playing games. We have to set boundaries, keep them set. You cross them, I'm gone. And the reason why we're tired is because we have no boundaries. We claim we set them. They cross them. We keep going. This, that, and it's time out for that. It's time out for it. It's time out, ladies. You don't have to deal with struggle love. You deal with struggle love because you want to deal with struggle love. You deal with struggle love because you don't want to know the truth. You deal with struggle love because you don't want to hear the truth. You deal with struggle love because you don't choose to take heed to the situations and the circumstances and the arguments and the cheating and the beating that's going on around you. You don't have to deal with that. Who said? Nowhere in the Bible said it. Our ancestors back in the days that was dealing with it, they dealt with it because they wanted to. They felt like the Lord was with them. They wanted to keep. That's not your story. That's not my story. Who said that they had to do that? Not everybody. That's not every testimony I know. That's not every testimony I know. Some women got out. Some women got out. Some women left and evolved and grew. So that's not, you know what I'm saying? We have to get out of that natural mind state. Get out of that. Get out of that. Because I'm telling you right now, what an honor. What an honor it would be to cover a man as such. What an honor it would be to cover a man who is now a pastor. You know what I'm saying? Over a huge success. What an honor. So that's what I had to say about that. That's done and over with. And a lot of people have stuff to say. They were talking about churches and this and that. And black churches always talking about we got to stay with a man. That ain't what I ever knew. That's not the perception that I got about church, to stay with a man and to deal with somebody who cheating on you, beating on you. That's not never. You go to the Lord, you seek his counsel, you ask him for wisdom and guidance, and you make those decisions and you move on it. And the Lord ain't gonna always tell you to work out your marriage. Come on now, let's be real. Sometimes divorce is what's necessary. That's your testimony. That is your testimony. You got tired, you got fed up, and you knew that struggle love was not it. So you decided to get out and do better. Now you success, married, kids, whatever. Successful divorced woman. You have a testimony, you're restored, you're healed, set free, delivered, all of that. We all have a story and a testimony, and it may not look like yours. You dealing with struggle love is because you want to deal with struggle love. Come on now, let's be honest. Let's cut everything right now. Let's make everything black and white. There is no in between. Let's just cut it. Let's just cut it how it's supposed to be cut. We've all been there. We've all done that. This dude ain't changing. This woman ain't changing. It is what it is. Words are speaking louder than actions. It's time to cut it and let it go. So everything that you're dealing with and going through because you choose to stay in struggle love, that's on you. So don't get mad. So she's bigger than him. Yes, she was more mature. She had the capacity. She was able to pray, able to cover him. Yes, all of that. So that's what I had to say about that. Okay, so the second thing that has happened within the last couple of weeks, they just celebrated their 8-year anniversary, right? So they have this beautiful double wedding. You know, he's now this successful pastor. He has, book deals. He's, successful author, all of this stuff, right? Very active in the community, helping out people, this, that, or the other. At the end of this reception or wedding or whatever, which was gorgeous, beautiful, and amazing, he takes her outside in front of everybody who was there and takes her outside and presents her with this luxury SUV. Luxury top of the line SUV. Oh my goodness. The church went crazy. Yeah, you can hear in the background, ooh, but it wasn't all like super duper excited. You can hear it in the background. It's like, yeah. But it wasn't like, whoa, oh my gosh, wow. No. The church went crazy. Pastor Gray used the church's money to buy his wife an expensive SUV. Pastor Gray went over the top, and why would you take the church's money to buy your wife this and that or the other? So she came back with, my husband has many other, streams of income. The church money is not only, the money that's being used for us to do whatever. My thing was, I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, and then I see everything happen the next day, like, oh, the church, and he took out this loan. Rumor has it. Rumor now, there is no facts. Rumor has it, he took out this loan to pay this for this car, and it's supposed to be $2,200 a month, this, that, or the other. The church is upset. There's so much backlash. And I'm sitting back and I'm looking like, I'm excited. I'm like, I can't wait for the day for my husband to surprise me in front of family and friends with my new SUV. For all the pain, all the heartache, all the hard work, all the prayers, all the tears, you know what I'm saying? All the good times, all the joy, for everything that we've expressed in our marriage. Oh, I'm waiting, baby. I'm waiting in expectancy. Because God is no respecter of person. And what he'll do for one, he'll do for the other. So I was excited. Hey, it's going to happen for me too. I can't wait. Can't wait to be blessed with my big new home and new cabinets, new fresh, and get to come on here and not to brag, but to show blessings, what God can do, and know that it's readily available for everybody. And what I wanted to say was, it does not matter what Pastor Gray and Aventur are doing with your tithes. If he did do it with your tithes. If he did do it with your offering. So what? Why is that your concern? You give out of the abundance of your heart. You give ungrudgingly. You give. Why wouldn't you want to give to a man who's praying for you, praying for your family, covering your church? As sometimes their kids take a back seat. I know my pastor and first lady back home, a lot of the times, it's not that, but ministry is first when you're called for ministry. So there's a lot of other things that take back seat when you fighting for souls and, on the phone with people late at night and you attending funerals. You on the front line You on the front line, answering calls, praying, meeting with individuals. Come on now. You mean to tell me she does not deserve a luxury vehicle with your tithes? It doesn't matter what they're doing with your tithes, is my thought. This is just my 2 cents. It does not matter what they do with your tithes. That's up to them and God. You've given. And that's it. And what they do with it, I would want to bless my pastor and first lady with a luxury vehicle for praying for me, for covering me, giving me the word that strengthens me every week, twice a week, seeking God on my behalf, seeking God on the church's behalf. That's a lot of work. How dare the church, is how I feel. How dare the church shape and fix their lips to say who and what they're doing. Let me tell you something. There are too many Christians who have cold food because they're too busy watching other individuals eat. Your plate is cold because you're not eating. You're too busy looking at what they're doing. You're too busy worrying about what Sue doing and what her husband doing and what they got and who shot John. Your plate is cold. Your food is now cold because you're too busy wondering and worrying about, look, I want hot, fresh food. I don't have time to be worrying about what you're doing. This is my pastor. Pray for them. The Bible says, touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. Keep your mouth off of these leaders. It doesn't matter. If you feel a certain way, go to God in prayer. Ask the Lord to reveal that to you. Don't get on social media and start a rumor as to what you think and what you believe, because I'm waiting on mines. I'm waiting on my luxury SUV. I'm waiting on my brand new home. I'm waiting in expectancy, praying, worshiping, giving God thanks in advance. It's going to happen for me. And he's going to do it. I'm waiting on my next big giant wedding where all the family can come and, have a vow renewal ceremony. I'm waiting. It's going to happen. It's going to happen for me. So what an honor. What an honor for him to want to bless his wife out in the public. What an honor for him to want to show everybody what she means to him. And I'm pretty sure he would give her more than that if he could right now at the moment. I know for a fact my husband would build me a house from the bottom up right now if he could. It's going to happen, but he would do it right now in a jiffy. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact if he had the means, we would get up tomorrow and I would be able to go and pick out my own luxury car because he appreciates me. And he appreciates the sacrifices that I've made. And he appreciates the things that I've done in this marriage. He appreciates the mother that I am to these children. He appreciates my role as a wife. And I know for a fact that he wants to reward me. And in due time, as I continue to pray and cover my husband and seek God's face on his behalf, our behalf, he's going to do it. So what an honor to be blessed. What an honor. So I don't understand what all the talk is about. I don't understand what all the rumors are about. This is my 2 cents. Once you give, whatever they do with that money has nothing to do with you. Your blessings are still going to come because you gave. God is still going to see fit because you gave. I wouldn't care what my pastor and first lady do with my money. It doesn't matter. Oh, the church is high rollers while everybody else is being broke. They live these abundant lives. Why? Because they believe it. Because they walk by faith. Everything they have, you can have it too. You can have a life full of joy. You can dress luxury. You can have the finest weaves. You can have it. But it's because we choose not to believe it, and we choose to waver in our faith, and we choose to be lukewarm in our spiritual walk, which means the Lord will spew you out of his mouth because you have to be hot or cold, one or the other. You can't serve God and mammon. You have to choose which way you want to walk. And a lot of us, we don't want to do that because we're too busy comfortable and stuck in our flesh. And she's the type of pastor where I see myself in her. The way she's clapping back and letting them know, stay off of my husband, stay off of my children, stop coming for my family, that's me. And so while you have all these other people, oh, I thought you was a woman of God, and I don't see how, why you keep reacting to them. I don't see why you have to explain yourself. Stop talking to them. Stop. I mean, I'm going to have to just unfollow you guys because you always have something to say when you hear something in the media. She's human. At the end of the day, she's human. And all I saw was a mama bear protecting her cubs and standing side by side with her husband. That's what I saw. I didn't see anything else. She did it with grace. She did it respectfully. You know what they had to say to the people? She did it. Stop coming for my husband. Stop coming for me. Stop it. Stop it. She kept it real. She kept it real. She kept it 100. And I see myself in her because I tell you one thing, I'm not your ordinary average. I wouldn't be your average first lady. No. I'm going to let you know where you're wrong at. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to talk to you guys, and they deal with a lot. So my thing is, if you feel in a certain way, or if you felt like they doing all this and they fake and they phony, go to God. Christian, woman of God, man of God. If you have a problem with somebody, you go take it up with them. If they don't listen to you, you bring back a witness. If they still don't listen to you, you bring back, you tell them in front of the church. Bring them in front of the church. Everybody has something to say. Christians, they all have something to say. They all have something to say. God is not pleased. He is not pleased. He is not pleased. God is not pleased. He's not pleased. We talk all this talk. We full of Christians and we doing all this. We walking with the Spirit. We speaking in tongue and all this and all that. And you see nothing but Christians in the comments. You come up with all these scriptures of what God said and what God this and what the Lord said. The Lord this and the Lord that and the Lord this and the Lord that. Be quiet. Be quiet. Because the Bible also tells us silence. You know when to speak and when not to. Just because you have an opinion don't mean it needs to be spewed out on a man and a woman of God. Come on now. We got to do better. And I know my channel is small. It may not get or reach or whoever, whatever. But whoever is watching this is who needs to watch it. And that's all I'm concerned with. We have to do better. support each other, love one another, encourage each other. We go through enough hell and high water outside of these doors and dealing with life in the world going on right now today than to come at each other's necks and throats for what we think and feel is sin and who did what and who did what. The Bible says there is not one person on this earth who have not sinned and come short of the glory of God. Not one single person. So that leaves none of us to have room to talk about anybody. It leaves none of us any room. But pray for one another. Pray for one another. Lift each other up. If you have a problem with an individual, go to them. Go to them. That's my 2 cents. This is Shantara. Until the next time, inspire, be inspired. I love you guys. God bless you. Good night.